And we're live. Finally. Holy
Nice.
dude. Yeah, gee. All right, hang on. Sorry guys, we had technical difficulties. I gotta let the guy in the chat know that works.
Oh, you got us up as episode 00 again.
Yeah, well, we're still and we're still figuring this out, so we're gonna do
So it's still beta. It's still a beta.
Beta. Yeah, I should do that. Hashtag beta. All right.
Hashtag beta.
Yeah. So today, hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the Imperial Ramblings, episode 00. It's the one where we talk about hobby and all the hobby related stuff. Jalon, will you check YouTube and make sure we're actually live, because I don't have
a notification? Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And let me take a look.
Hopefully my audio levels are good. It seems to be fairly equal to yours. Hard to tell in this browser thing. We're using StreamYard, guys. It's different. But
let's take a look.
Yeah. So I think the first thing we need to talk about when it comes to hobby is, what the heck are we doing? What is this thing that you guys are talking about like crazy? And it's basically miniature wargaming, and you have to buy the model kits, right? So the little kits. Well, there are some games that everything comes pre-built and pre-painted, like X-Wing is one that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, and Armada is the same way.
Yeah. And Star Wars Armada comes, the models are pre-built and pre-painted, but most everything else you buy the model kit, and it's like, when you were 10 years old and you built your model car, your model airplane. It's the same thing, but it's little, well, there's vehicles involved, right? But you have your soldiers. Yeah. So there's a hobby. So there's the hobby part, and a lot of people break this, miniature wargaming up into two sections. There's the hobby part, and then there's the gaming part. But what I do is I like to break the hobby part down into more subsections, right? So there's the building, and then there's the painting, and then I have my own subsection of 3D printing, which, by the way, my 3D printer arrives Friday.
So, yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. So I got the Mars 2 Pro, which is not the latest one they have, but I was reading where there were some issues with the Mars 3, and the Mars 2 Pro is fine. So we'll be doing some 3D printing stuff, which is, from what I understand, is a hobby in and of itself.
Correct.
Let's see. We got, hey, Daniel, what's up? All right, I'm going to try this function, and let's see. Oh, no, I want to do this. There we go. Ha, nice. Yes, Daniel, that's the lawn. We're talking about miniature wargaming, Warhammer, Star Wars, X-Wing, just there's all kinds of stuff, Age of Sigmar, anything. So, but we're talking about hobby. So, and basically all the stuff you have to do the hobby. And I think the first thing we need to talk about is your favorite person's on Mr. Duncan Rhodes and his Kickstarter.
Yeah, it was amazing this last.
Yes. So he's got holy crap, he's got what? Over 1 million on his Kickstarter, right?
Oh yeah. Within the first, just over the first 72 hours, yeah.
And what kills me is he was here. I'm gonna try to share the image here. Let's see. Share screen. Let's see if we could do this. Figure this out. Yes, share screen. There we go. Do you see that? So this is his Kickstarter, and he's got a new line of paints coming out. And Zalon and I are both backers at the early bird level, but you get 60. You get 60 bottles of like 15 milliliter bottles of paint, which is quite a bit actually. Because Games Workshop paint is.
Oh, we were talking about this the other day. When it comes down to these paints, is both of us we're also thinking along the same lines, and we just talked about it, is some place to put all these paints after we get them. So
yeah, well, we definitely need a rack. We need a paint rack. And so you get 60 paints, and then here's all you get: 54 colors and 6 washes, and then for those of you guys that don't know, Duncan Rhodes was like the main paint guy at Games Workshop for years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand. Oh yeah, I have to do this. Hang on. Brave. Let's see. Here we go. This one. Share.
Hey, no roll tides in the chat. I see that. None of that.
All right, there we go. There we go. There's our Kickstarter. Finally. Sorry guys, I'm on a new I'm on a new platform I need to hide. There we go. All right, I'll figure this out eventually. This is why it's episode 00. Once we figure out what we're doing, we'll go to episode 1. So Mr. Duncan was the paint guy for Games Workshop for years, and he left and went out. I was on his own. He started a website called Duncan Rhodes Paint Academy, and which is what we looked at that the other day. How much was it, Salon? $5 a month, something like that. $5 a month for private. And it's basically videos on how to paint, right? So these are all his paints. His rewards, and these are the different levels here. $4.55. Salon and I got in. We got in on this guy here, Sir Coates. We got in on the $180 for one of each bottles of paint, and he's already unlocked all the stretch goals. So we're gonna get these 2 miniatures here, which are him and.
Are you pointing at stuff?
Yeah.
I don't see it on the screen on either one. Not here on StreamYard or not on my.
I don't understand.
When you click share screen, it just had that screen, but I couldn't visually see you going through anything.
All right, stand by. Let's try this again. Share screen. Share Duncan Rhodes tab. Share.
There it is. Okay, and it's moving. Okay.
All right, so here's the stretch goals. And by the way, all the stretch goals are unlocked. So we're going to get to these 2 little miniatures of, it's Duncan and Rog, who is his, I guess, business partner.
Raj.
Raj. Yeah, Raj.
It's for Roger, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. And we get some cool bases for your minis to stand on. We get a Sir Coates mini, a couple more bases. These things here are shakers that go inside the paint bottle to help agitate. They're agitators. So
and now one thing about that, Bo, with what we got, it actually says there, the last sentence, it says you will get it for equal to all the paints in your pledge level. Well, if we're getting 60, does that mean we get 60 agitators?
Yeah, we get 62 actually because of the 2 extra bottles.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
All right. So here's the Baron von Evil or Evile. We get a mini there. We get another Sir Coates mini. Princess Sophia mini. Yeah, look. That's right, off the horse. We get the Battle Pug, which is a
Battle Pug is awesome. Now, doesn't that look metal? Does the Battle Pug actually looks actual like pewter, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be pewter. I think it's just the drawing, but yeah. So we get a Revna mini and a Baron mini, some stickers, some bottles. So we get the blood effect paint and we get the gore effect paint. So we should get 62 agitators. And then shipping is like $17. So that works out to about $3 a bottle, which is super cheap for quality paint. Paint, I mean, Games Workshop paint runs what, $5.50 or so a pot, and you only get 12 milliliters. And I know Vallejo, I buy a lot of Vallejo paints at my local Hobby Lobby, and I want to say they're $4.25. And I don't know how much Army Painter is, but it's right there about the same. It's a little bit less expensive than Games Workshop. So I jumped on this hard because the colors are cool, and I like the way he did triads.
Yeah.
So you've got like a shadow and a midtone and a highlight, and they're designed to work together. It looks like we got some metallics in here, plate armor. We got silver, a bronze, and a couple of golds, which is cool. And then we got some washes, which are like no or whatever. So so that's cool. So if you guys want to roll tides along.
No, get out of here.
You should be happy, man. The Eagles are killing it.
Oh, I'm not even paying attention.
Of course not. Of course not. What you drinking tonight, Zalon?
Oh, I got a Samuel Adams Wicked Hazy IPA. It's wicked hazy. New England.
Is it good? Was it? Describe it for us.
Oh, describe it. It is 6.8%. It's only a 12 ounce though, but yeah, it's going to be. Most hazy IPAs are very similar, which means they taste amazing. But
so that's it. Just look for the word hazy, and you're good.
If anything, it's got kind of if you just say it's really hoppy, most people that don't like hoppy beers are going to be like, well, I don't like that. So there is going to be a bit more of a taste of a stronger taste of hops, but I would have to say the hazies to me, at least this one specifically, is a little bit more of like a grapefruit tasting kind of beer.
Oh, now I could get into that. I like grapefruit tasting stuff.
Yeah,
I could get into that. I've got a New Belgian 1554, which is an Enlightened Dark Ale. It says a pitch black, malty sweet, and refreshing dry beer. Not a porter, not a stout. It's 1554. That's what it says. So New Belgian out of Colorado.
I like New Belgium.
I never had it.
They do a really good job.
Yeah, so this is really good. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. So, all right. So, Zalon, did you do your top
my homework?
Yeah,
I did some of my homework. Yes, I did do some of my homework.
Okay.
Well, I didn't exactly get 10.
Well, no, 5. You were supposed to do 5, and I'm going to do 5, and then we'll compare, and we'll probably have some overlap. But that gives us 10 total, right? Right. Yeah. Your top 10 favorite miniature painters on YouTube or some other platform. Do you want to go first? I'll let you go first. Just
you want me to go first?
Yeah. Give me your number 5, and then I'll give you my number 5, and we'll go. Right. We'll do it that way.
Okay. So, Sorry, I just saw that there was still a scheduled live stream, and there was one person waiting in there.
Yeah, I should probably cancel that.
Never mind. I just saw that.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a technical difficulty, so.
All right. You ready?
Yeah. Who's your number 5?
My number 5 is going to be Guy and Penny from Midwinter Minis.
All right, Midwinter Minis. Cool. Yeah, those guys are good. What is it about Midwinter Minis that you is there
the one thing I like about him is the fact that he's colorblind?
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
So being colorblind, it's amazing the kind of work that he's able to do.
Yeah.
So that always blows my mind specifically.
Yeah, I've watched a bunch of Midwinter Mini stuff, and it was a while into it before I even realized he was colorblind. And I'm just like, holy crap. It's like painting with one arm tied behind your back,
Right? It's pretty amazing because also too, besides from doing painting, he also does actual he does small battle reports because he has like this whole he's doing like a combat patrol, which is like a 500 point game basically with like pretty much every faction, it seems like, or at least everyone that has a combat patrol available to them. So he has this, so it's like a constant running thing where it's just a little bit bigger than running kill team matches, basically. So instead of just running like a kill team tournament, basically between all the different factions, he's doing like a 500 point game with all the factions. Essentially,
that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So here's midwinter minis. I can't say that. Page on YouTube. You can tell he's got a lot of stuff. My number 5 is Artist Opus. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
You said Artemis Opus?
Not Artemis Opus, Artist Opus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So Artist Opus is a manufacturer of brushes, but they just have tons of videos on theirs, and I don't have them yet, but I want they make a dry brush set. Currently I use just a cheap set of makeup brushes for dry brushing, and it works well. Okay. But they make a nice, I don't know, $25 set of dry brushes. You get like 5 sizes, and I want to try those, but he does good work, and it's like he uses his, they use their products, obviously, but it's not like Games Workshop where they'll only use Game Workshop branded stuff. He'll say, yeah, I'm using this, and we're going to use this brush. I'm using a Raphael 07, not an Artist Opus brush. So it's nice when manufacturers have a bit of self-awareness to say, hey, yeah, we make brushes, but this one over here is really what you should use for this situation. I like that. All right. So number 4,
Sword and Steel.
Sword and Steel. Let me see if we can find those.
Yeah. So it's spelled SWORD, and then there's an N and STEELE.
Okay.
It's a chick.
Those guys?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've seen these. Yeah. These are good. What is it you like about Sword and Steel as far as painting goes?
Well, she's very descriptive. She's also she's actually taken specifically the Ultramarine and the Necron painting box and did a video just painting them with just the paints that are in there, which is, to me, something way more difficult than just saying, okay, for you beginner painters, I just expect you to have every paint available, just like me, because I have a painting channel. And you're going to have all these colors, right? Yeah, right, exactly. I like the fact that she broke things down a little differently than a lot of the other painting channels, and actually is a little bit more new player friendly. So.
Oh yeah, I've seen that video. I've seen that one. This one here, we're painting the Space Marines using just what comes in the box.
Exactly, which is kind of like, okay, well, if you just bought that and you're a new person, here, this is exactly what you have in front of you. This is exactly what I have in front of me. Again, most people that watch painting tutorials are like, okay, well, what's in front of me is like very minimal compared to you who have this massive studio in your one, extra bedroom in your house, and you have all this stuff, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit daunting when they have, oh, just pull out this, you got that, right? It's like, no, I don't. So that's why I find her a little bit more down to earth. She also does a few other things besides painting videos, which again, I just appreciate her going out and making some really good content. So
yeah, cool. All right, so interesting. All right, here, hang on. I got to get let me get a rolling banner going here. So we're gonna just In no particular order, Ken, your number 5 was who?
My was Midwinter Minis with Guy and Penny.
That's right. Right. Sword and Steel, right? I'm guessing
Yep.
Steel is one of their names.
Either that, or they just didn't want to make it Steel like a regular steel because maybe it's already taken.
Could be, yeah, could be. Let me just make that a. Here we go. All right, so mine. I'm sure you know who mine is. Town Hobbies.
Wait, which one was it?
Supertown.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
forgot.
This guy's cool. All right, so part of the reason why I like Goobertown is he's got a PhD in chemistry.
Yeah,
You know,
they mentioned that on Dice Check before. Him and a few other people. They're like, these guys have really good degrees and have really good jobs, and they quit it and just to paint minis. So
I know, right? So he was a chemist, and now his job is I paint minis on YouTube. That's freaking cool, man. But the reason, so I stumbled. He did a like how does resin work in a 3D printer, and why does resin work video, and let me close that. And it was quite educational. So I like his paint style. Now he paints a lot of fantasy models. And I'm more on the sci-fi side, but I do like some of the fantasy stuff. And but this video that he's got featured on his homepage is this one. It's this one. It's the one where he took Space Marines and made fishing lures out of them and went fishing. And it's like, which Space Marine do fish like better? And so,
wow, I did not see that.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, yeah. All right. So who's your next one? Who's next on your list?
Who's next? I got Nick and Jay from Eons of Battle.
Oh yeah, Eons of Battle.
Yeah,
awesome.
They're one of my top channels, just in general.
Yeah. Those guys. Eons of Battle are good. They do well. Dude, he's busy. He does what?
He live streams
every day, and yeah,
every night for an hour, and then there's also a weekly hour-long Patreon stream that they'll do after the regular stream. That happens, I think, once a week, and then he does 3 videos every week at least.
Yeah, it's insane.
And they do a lot of good basing videos. If you're somebody that's looking to base your minis in all sorts of different terrains, he does very good basing videos.
Yeah. I thought about putting him on my list, but I didn't because I knew you were going to put him on yours.
Yeah, I know. I talk about him quite often. He's really good.
But yeah, and he plays X-Wing too. So
yes, he does. And
not
Star Wars Legion. Yeah.
And Star Wars Legion, yes. It's not just Warhammer, but and I like his I like his painting style as well. I'm not a big fan of the GW box art heavy metal style painting, just because I prefer the more gritty, grimy, darky. Let's do some battle damage. Let's have some chinks in our armor. Not everything is a perfectly smooth, solid color with bright edge highlights and panel lines.
Yeah.
So,
I even saw that he put like what's it called? He's taken, what is it? What he takes some sort of tool and actually puts bullet dinks in their armor. And I was like, what? That's crazy.
Yeah, so a lot of times when you cut the shoulder pads off with the sprue, it leaves a little divot there, right in the center of the shoulder pad,
Mhm.
and some people will fill that in and sand it down smooth, and I'm like, battle damage, you know. So,
Right?
yeah. All right, so let's see. Who did I have? My next one is it's a 3-for-1. Okay,
Okay.
it is trapped under plastic. Is
Okay.
a Trapped Under Plastic is a podcast that happens every other week, and it's these two guys, and they have their own YouTube channels. This guy here is John. His channel is Ninjon, and this guy here is Scott, and his channel is Miniac. So,
Oh yeah, no, I have
yeah,
both of their separate channels.
yeah, yeah. So Miniac is he does a lot of and same thing, right? But these guys are really good. The techniques that they talk about, and Miniac's been at it for longer than John, and Ninjon, spelled Ninjon. Is that him? Yeah, that's him. And they do these weird challenges. It's like 120 zombies in one day, or I'm going to paint this dragon for a golden demon competition, or something like that. So that's my next one. So it's like a 3-for-1 right there. Scott and John from Trapped Under Plastic, and they're all their related channels. So
Yeah.
so that's what I got. Who you got?
You got my next one? My next one's going to be the guys from Dice Check. So there's at least a good 4 or 5. But Dice Check, because they do a good job doing painting themselves. A lot of them paint a lot of their own miniatures, so it's not like they're sending them away all the time.
Uh-huh.
So, and of course my favorite Matt, which is the most like me, and then of course Demeki, who is the most like Bo. So
What about Bricky though?
Bricky? I
Yeah.
don't think there's anybody I know that's similar to Bricky. Bricky reminds me of a
This is Demeki here, guys.
yeah.
This guy here, that's Demeki. He's always wearing the Brave stuff.
Yeah, and he's from Georgia too.
Yeah, he's from Georgia. So all right, so those guys are good. Well, I mean, if you're gonna do Dice Check, Bricky's part of Dice Check. This is Bricky right here. You got to talk about Adeptus Ridiculous, even though that's not a hobby channel.
That's your favorite podcast.
We'll save that. We'll save that for when we do a lore episode.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's awesome. You guys should check that out too.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, let's see. Did I get you in there? Did I get? Dice Check. All right, so.
Yeah.
My number 3, and I think we're probably going to have overlap here, is the one and only Duncan Rhodes.
Oh, that was my. I got a bonus one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you planned ahead.
I planned ahead.
Duncan Rhodes is so talented, and it's just insane. So you guys make sure you check those out. In fact, GW still has a lot of his stuff,
including on Warhammer Plus. On Warhammer Plus, the newest service that people have. If you click the painting videos at the at the bottom where they have a bunch of them available, they have still a bunch of Duncan's videos down there, and he still looks. Well, they're only from a few years ago, like a good maybe 3 years ago or 4 years ago, and he doesn't look that much different. So
no, he doesn't. And he's just really talented, and he explains things really well. So yeah, Duncan's one of my favorites. All right, who's yours? Who's your next one?
Okay, well, I had Duncan Rhodes on there. On GW, like as in like some of the old videos, but as well as his own, with his own channel. But
that was your next one.
That was my next one, but I have a substitute. I have Boganora down.
What?
I have Boganora down as one of my favorite painters because you are very talented. I know you're not going to say you are, because I've seen what you've been able to do, and in my opinion, it's way better than the majority of people out there. If you even posted that or even showed it to anybody at work, my work, your work, whatever, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, dude, you're really talented. Most people can't do that." So just saying.
Yeah. Well, okay. I've painted like 6 minis my entire life. I feel
Well,
like
you're
I feel like it. All right. So at this point, I feel like it's still a 3D comic book, and I'm just trying to stay inside the lines. That's
All
where
right,
I
all right.
am.
All right.
So
Well, all I'm going to say is I've seen what you've been able to do, and I continue to tell myself I could do that the same, but I know it's still probably going to take me a bit. So,
true, Dungeon. Hey, Prometheo's here.
yeah, what's up, Prometheo?
What's up? All right. So, yeah, duh. So, Bill says you gotta learn to love the slot paint job if you're doing armies.
Well, yeah,
Hey,
when you're
Brain.
doing
Yeah, Brain's here.
trading. Oh, the brain?
Yeah. Brain's here. Brain says painting minis nice. Tried my hand with painting zombicide minis. Awesome. Yep. What's up, Brain?
Good for you, brain. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
excellent. Okay. All right. So, let's
Well,
see.
Brain is a really good artist. Actually, Brain can draw very, very well. So, I know this.
All right. So, my number one resource for miniature painting on YouTube is Vinci V. Are you familiar with Vinci V?
No.
Vince Venturella. He has this playlist. He does these videos called Hobby Cheating. Look at this. All right. 325 videos on how to do whatever you want to do. How to paint gray skin, how to paint with pigment.
He looks like with glasses on Arrested Development. Wow. Wow.
No, this dude is he's talented.
And he's got his dog on his lap like that? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And like this episode is like how to paint red. How to clean your airbrush, how to paint fire. I mean, so they're not super long videos either. There's like 8 minutes, right? But they're broken down into little bitty chunks, and it's one of the best things ever. And he's really, really good.
Oh, those are that's what we call YouTube friendly chunks because you know how attention spans are.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Prometheo says, check out my new tool. All right, you'll have to explain, Prometheo. Explain your new tool.
Bo's got a streaming tool. Do you see it, Prometheo? Look at him go with this new StreamYard.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. So, all right. So that's my number one. Who's your number one?
Oh, well, see. I already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I already said 5 completely.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Hands of Battle, Midwinter Minis,
that's right.
Dice Check, Sword and Steel, and Duncan Rhodes. But I substituted with Boganora because you had Duncan Rhodes.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. So, Prometheo got a magnification headset. Where'd you post it? In Discord? I don't know.
Magnification headset, nice.
Yeah. Oh, and Salon's Discord. All right, hang on. Okay, I haven't figured out how to show pictures yet on StreamYard. Oh, nice, dude. He got some Zeus.
Well, just share your screen with Discord.
Yeah, I don't. All right, hang on. Let me see if I can figure out how to do that. Let me kill this. Stop that. All right, share screen. Window. Ah, there it is.
Ooh, look what you got there.
Nice, dude. Nice. And now, can I ask how much did that run you, Mr. Prometheo? Because I have the cheap $16 eBay version of that, and they are not. Let's see. They're barely usable. Okay, let's put it that way.
Well, who do you have sitting on there, Prometheo? Who is that?
That's a dragon. Prometheo's he's pretty dang good because the painting. Just saying.
Prometheo. Yeah.
Oh, so those are $300 surgeon. What's the name of those? There's a name, opto something. There's a name for them in the medical field. So that's a kobold warlock. Rockaton. Nice.
Wow. Very nice, Prometheo.
Oh, okay. So that right there, she said they're $1,000 new. That's hobby cheating. Prometheus.
Yeah, hobby cheating.
That is definitely hobby cheating.
No inheriting stuff.
I don't think I've spent $1,000 on everything I own, including all the models and all the tools and all the paints. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I haven't done 1,000 yet.
Yeah, that is nuts.
Well, after the Imperium magazine, we'll be both over $1,000 in.
Well, yeah, but that runs over.
That runs almost 2 years. So it's like 18 months.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that's cool. What else did we want to talk about? Hobby tools.
Well, let's see. Besides from obviously people that you watch, besides from all that, the actual tools that you use. I mean, let's see. I got my sanding twigs.
Sanding twigs. Yeah.
Sanding are the best for small models.
Zalon has like a 1,000 pack of sanding twigs, which is just little tiny. Like they look like straws, right? But they got sandpaper on each side, and they're just. I don't have any. That's like the one thing that I don't have. And Zalon's like, I got 1,000 of them. So
yeah.
I guess I can pull up.
Yeah, well, I'm never gonna need to get any more ever again.
True. Yeah, that should be enough, I would think.
Yeah. But also, let's see what else. Besides from that, though. The mold line remover from Citadel is actually by far top notch. I'm just going to tell you right now. It's one of the few tools that Citadel sells that besides myself, I see it being used in a lot of other hobbyists. Oh, there's the 300.
Yeah. So there's the sanding twigs. Yeah, so these are cool. I haven't ordered any of these, and I need to, but those are cool. And then you have certainly they've got it on here. Games Workshop. What is it called? Line.
It's the mold line remover. Yeah,
mold line remover. That's right.
It's
really just a piece of metal, though, right?
Yeah. Well, it's shaped a certain way.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's the way it's shaped makes it very, very usable and very easy to use. I mean, as long as you get one that's shaped like this and is good metal, it's not. This only cost me $10. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just used the back of my. I used the back of my knife.
Yeah.
Back of my X-Acto knife, and I've got one blade that's pretty blunt, and I use that as well. Now I will tell you what I did buy. Well, I should say that I had to buy some snips for work, so I decided to buy these guys here. And I was highly disappointed in the on the ones that I have, the tip right here, there's a gap on the tip, and it does not cut closely. They look cool as all get out, but the $12 pair of Klein side cutters that I got from Home Depot work so much better. So,
I got the Army Painter side cutters, and they're really good.
Yeah, Army Painter makes some cool stuff too. I got most of my stuff through find it real quick. I ordered like this, right? It was like $30, and I got a cheap pair of side cutters. I got a pin vise and drill bits for drilling barrels on the guns.
Mhm.
This right here, this thing right here is made for
or for magnetizing.
yeah, yeah. This thing right here is made for buffing nails, but it's just got different sanding wheels and stuff. Got a bunch of tweezers, got a bunch of metal files, got a cutting board and an X-Acto knife and some blades. These are like emery boards, with sanding, but I still need to get the twigs.
Yeah.
So I just ordered this, and it gave me pretty much everything I needed. And it was,
Yeah,
it's
the
decent
twigs
quality.
you actually get to places where, for instance, something big and flat like that can't get on. Like if you need to take care of stuff that's underneath someone's arm or underneath a shield or behind stuff that you just can't
Yeah,
get
exactly.
to. Too big.
Yeah. So, and this was definitely worth the $30, just to get all that. These metal files are cool. I haven't used this thing yet, and yeah, and this is just a little scraper, just a little plastic scraper. So yeah, so that's what I got. It's pretty much. I mean, I had side cutters and X-Acto knives, and I didn't have a pin vise, but I had a drill.
Didn't come with sanded twigs though.
I don't have any sanding twigs. I didn't get some sanding. It would be nice if somebody could send me some sanding twigs, but oh well.
Right.
Just throw some in the box with those models.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, I'll order some, but I haven't done much. I haven't done much hobby the past 3 weeks because I got I got called down to Louisiana because of the hurricane. And
yes.
That's why we didn't do this last week. That was ridiculous. I worked 80 hours 1 week. And so the next week, which was last week, I was totally not. I was like, I'm going to bed. It's 5:30 after work. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. But I think I finally caught up on working 18-hour days and getting 2 or 3 hours of sleep for 6 days in a row. So I haven't had much time for hobby lately, but I've got to build some Necrons and get my Necron stuff going.
Well, I build a little bit every single night. You've got
the bachelor pad hobby set up. Because recliner watching
right
TV
next to my nice because it's part of a sectional couch that I'm always on, and I'm always kind of lounging in the long, I don't know what they call it. It's like the long section on the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so I have a nice long what's it called? What do you call it? Like a coffee table, and it's set up completely next to me, and it literally has a huge area that I have everything set up here. That yes, I have all my hobby stuff within arm's reach at any given time, so I could just be like, oh, maybe I'll do a little bit of blah blah blah, So then just I feel like gluing a couple pieces together. You glue a couple pieces together,
There you go. So, for Father's Day, my daughter got me this set of brushes right here.
Oh, nice.
Which, yeah, they're well, it's not exactly the set, but it's the same principle, right? And they're just miniature paintbrushes, all the way from a number 8 down to mine goes all the way to 10 0, which is like 4 strands of hair in the ferrule. Wow. But they're actual hair. They're not synthetic. They're actual hair, and but they're squirrel hair. They're not sable hair. They're
really?
Squirrel hair.
It's not badger hair?
It's not badger. It's squirrel hair. That's what it says. So,
squirrel.
But yeah, but they work.
You think they're nabbing squirrels from people's backyards? Is that what's happening?
I'm not making my own brushes as a lawn. I just buy them. Right? I could just use the whole tail for dry brushing, I guess.
Right.
All
be like, all right, for this year, I'm going to score myself a couple squirrels.
Yeah. But this is the Artist Opus dry brush set. Do they have it on here?
That's what I have right there. The most wanted from Army Painter.
This one?
No, go up. The most wanted, the white ones. Yeah, it's in there, Bo.
Oh yeah, the regiment.
The regiment. You got to get the regiment. I'm telling you. That's what I swear. How many times?
I have a regiment.
I know you do, but I'm just saying that for everyone. everyone's sake, because you know how many times I watch videos from Duncan and he'd be like, "All right, now we're going to break out the regiment," and I'd be like, "Gosh darn it, I don't have the regiment."
So I was surprised, but Vince V, when he does his base coating and all of his like big main parts, he uses like a number 8, just a cheapo number 8, and a number, because the like a regiment a number 2, so a number 8 is huge, and I was just like, whoa, okay, all right, let me give that a try. So I buy those. You can get them at home at Hobby Lobby. That's like 6 brushes for $5 in a just a cheapo pack, and it's got the golden. They use the golden nylon bristles in there, and there's like a number 4, number 2, 0, and I use those a lot. I guess my nicest, I guess the night, and I haven't bought like a Windsor or a Raphael, like a $20 brush.
Yeah, I haven't either.
One of these days I will, but it's like I need to figure out how to use what I have, right? So
one thing I know I don't have is going to be when I start doing like my I do have a Redemptor Dreadnought for my Ultramarines, and thinking about getting the large base brush, because I don't have anything that's going to be big enough to really actually paint it and paint it fast, because it's going to take forever with smaller brushes.
Yeah, I'm thinking about picking up an airbrush kit. And I actually have a compressor already, so I just need the kit. And these are like the cheap $25 master airbrushes. You can buy a kit. You can buy a kit for like $60 that
it's
like
nice
this
to
one.
see it finally. You talked about it. I haven't actually seen what you were looking at.
So like this kit right here, I think Bill has one like this. This is an air compressor. It doesn't have a tank though. And then you've got
that's
this. Yeah, it is. All I want the airbrush for is priming and then doing that first base coat and then a Zenthal highlight. That's all I want the airbrush for. I don't really want
Zenthal highlight. Eons of Battle got you on that Zenthal.
Hey, that's some good stuff, man.
I know. I'm just giving him credit. That's all. I'm just saying he's a good content creator.
Yeah. But But my next big tool that I'm getting for the hobby is this guy right here. This one is coming. Oh, it's went up since I bought it. I ordered this. It's coming in Friday.
Real quick, hobby enthusiasts that are watching. Bo is all about. I'm just addressing the hobby enthusiasts in the they're listening to this either now or later. Bo is all about getting the gear. He loves this stuff. Just so you know.
Oh yes. So evidently, so like 3D printing is a hobby in and of itself. So I have to learn a hobby to support my hobby. So
yes, this is
so I've got this. I got this
all the gear.
Yeah, I got this coming. It'll be at my house on Friday, and I will also be at my house on Friday because I'm leaving tomorrow to go home, and I can't wait.
And you're gonna send a couple, and everyone here that is not on our Discord server already, make sure you do so. The link will be in the description of this video to get into the Discord.
Great. But now I gotta put the link.
Yeah, I'm giving you extra jobs here, Bo. But anyway, besides from that, on that Discord, Bo will post a few of his first 3D prints this weekend, right, Bo?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I'll do that.
Yeah, he'll let us see. He'll let us see what he's printing up. Over this weekend, we'll get to we'll all get to see. It won't just be me.
It'll be Bendy Swordman probably.
Yeah.
So, I'm curious. I want to see the Artist Opus dry brush set. I guess they don't sell on Amazon.
Also, too, if you want to post any of the stuff that you've 3D printed, and you do have our Discord, and you would like to post it, feel free to do so. We'd like to see what you're printing out as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. All right. So here's the Artist Opus dry brush set. You get a large, a medium, a small, and an extra small, and you get.
Can you zoom in on that a little bit?
Can I?
I don't know. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's what they look like. Let's see.
What is that little white? What's the white thing that looks like it has the Detroit?
the D.
Yeah.
So this one is a little sponge that you put water in, and I'm not sure what that one is.
Okay.
But as you can see, $86 for 4 brushes, and I just can't justify that cost right now. Because my $5 makeup brushes are doing a bang up job. So that's it. That's what I got. What else you got, Zalon?
Let's see. Oh, well, my Tamiya extra thin glue or cement.
Yeah. You gotta talk about
My Tamiya extra thin cement is a very key, and also is in pretty much every single painter or just miniature that's not dealing with metal miniature YouTuber. They have this everywhere. It works like a charm. It really does. It's amazing.
Yeah, so glad I've got a bottle of that. I've got a bottle of the extra thin, and I've got a bottle of the thin, which is blue, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it an orange bottle with a blue top, something like that?
No, it's a white bottle, but I think it's just got a blue top instead of a
green
top. Yeah. So tell us how to make sprue goo, Zalon.
Sprue goo. All right. Well, when I get halfway down with the current one that I have, I am going to cut up very small pieces off of the sprues, which are the like resin type, like, I don't know, what do you want to call it, the extra,
the plastic frames that the pieces,
the plastic frames. Yeah, okay, yeah, all right, the plastic frames that are on the on the outside of of everything that you cut out. So instead of trashing it, I'm going to cut it up into small pieces and put just a layer at the bottom and just let it dissolve in the actual, because how the Tamiya extra thin cement works, which unlike a lot of people think about how regular glue works, where super glue, it's holding it together and that's what it does. This Tamiya extra thin cement actually melts the plastic on both sides and melts it together. So that's why when you throw the sprue into the extra thin cement, it actually melts it inside and becomes kind of like a liquidy, gloppity goo. And it actually works as a sealer for gaps, as well as really good basing glue for your models. Because if you try to use the Tamiya extra thin cement with basing your models, especially troops, sometimes the feet are kind of thin, depending on what kind of models you have. And since it needs a decent size spot to put the glue onto, so like my Space Marines, for instance, it works with the extra thin. But for anything that's got a smaller foot or bottom to the model, it's going to need to have something to actually thicken up this cement. So this is why the sprue goo is really good for basing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm just going to come out and say it. Basing is my least favorite part of this hobby. I just don't enjoy basing. I just do it the cheap way. I cover the base in PVA glue, like Elmer's glue. Yeah. And then I dunk it down in a box of rocks and shake off the excess and let it dry. And then when it's done, I paint it gray.
Didn't you show me that you could use, what was it? You had some rice.
All right. So I went and I bought a bag of the cheapest cat litter I could find, which is just clay pieces of clay, right? Yeah. Little chunks of clay. And so you use that, and then I bought a bag of gravel that is supposed to go in a fish tank, right?
Yep.
So I bought some of that, and then what else did I have? I had something else, something
What's your
small.
rice?
No, it wasn't rice.
Oh.
I got it's little tiny rocks. And then the other thing you can do is super glue. You can use
Yes.
super glue and sprinkle baking soda on top of the super glue, which looks like really small rocks once you find. And baking soda is an accelerator, and it makes super glue dry like instantly. So so I've done that, but honestly, I'm just like, whatever. I've never used like grass tufts or any of that other stuff, and I probably will eventually. But
yeah, it does look sweet when you use those. You wouldn't think it would, but after you see it done, when other people do it, you're like, wow, that does look really good.
yeah. So,
it actually, believe it or not, it actually makes your models come alive when the base actually looks really cool. It really does. It actually, it
so
does look like.
so these.
Oh, that's what I have.
Yeah,
I
so
have
this
that.
natural slate.
Last week. I picked that up last week.
This
That
right here?
$40 or the 25, the $24.95 or 20, yeah,
Oh, okay,
$24.95 on the left. But I got it for $19.99. But anyway,
okay,
yeah,
all right,
yeah, I picked that up. I have it.
yeah. So that kind of stuff. This stuff right here. This stuff right here. They make a gun that you put that in and spray it with. It's crazy. It's like $90 for a gun, and you're just gonna try to spray a 30mm piece of plastic with it.
Now,
but
now
yeah,
why
you can
I
go crazy with basing. People go crazy with basing.
Real quick, why I picked that up was because I wanted to test a lot of the different things out that they had just to see if I liked it. I wasn't buying any of the like the big containers of anything. I didn't want any of that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see what you got in here. You got glue. What you get? You got glue. You got field grass. You got snow. Swamp tufts, undergrowth, battlefield rocks, and brown battleground. Cool. Nice.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I liked any of the stuff that was in there, and if I don't, I'll never use it. If I do, then I'll get more.
Yeah.
So
cool. Yeah, Army Painter's got tons of stuff. Tons of different colors of those grasses and stuff. So a buddy of mine that I work with, he does model railroading, and he found out he said, you're getting a 3D printer? I'm like, yeah. So he sends me this STL file. The print bed on my 3D printer is not huge. Okay. It's a small resin 3D printer. He sends me this STL file. It's got like 100 telephone poles on it to print at one time. And I'm like, okay, you want me to print? And he does in-scale railroads, so that's the smallest scale, and they're really small. And he's like, you have no idea how much these stupid telephone poles cost at the hobby store. He said 5 of them are like $10, and I'm like, what? So,
wow,
like, yeah, I'll print you some utility poles, dude. So anyway, Prometheo says, for a dry brush set, seems over the top. Yeah, man, it is over the top. Eventually, if I get to the point to where I can actually paint decently, I may splurge or ask for that as a gift or something like that. But it's not going to happen anytime soon. Not going to happen anytime soon. So, all right. So, what's your favorite tool? What's your favorite hobby tool that you own, Zolan?
That I use on a regular basis. Probably the sanded twigs. That's
sanded twigs.
Sanded twigs are my favorite.
Sanded twigs. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. The pin vise is pretty cool because I didn't realize that when you drill the barrels, how much of a difference it makes to the end. To the end product.
Well, see, I'm gonna have to get one of those. I'm gonna have to get one of those because I'm gonna need to magnetize just a few things, not a
Yeah,
lot
so
of
you
things.
get right. Well, you get this set right here, right? If you want to, it's $7, right? Get a little pin vise, you get some, drill bits, and I specifically wanted mine to drill out the end of the barrels and then drill the cross hole in the shoot, you call it not the suppressor, the end of barrel device,
Oh, you talking about
the
the suppressor?
compensator, the
Oh, the
compensator.
compensator.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This right here. So you drill the barrel this way, and then you drill it this way on these little holes right here, and
Okay.
it makes a huge difference in at the end, because it's like, oh, okay, because when they're not drilled, okay, so after they've been drilled, then I start noticing when they're not drilled, but I never noticed it before. Hey,
Just so
soldier.
just so you know, it is a bit of a thing in the hobby community that if you drill the guns or not, and people call each other out on it all the time. So
Yeah, so I've started drilling all my barrels, and it makes a difference.
so
It
Bo's
really
one of
does.
those guys. He's one of those guys.
Sometimes you mess up and you do this. You're not supposed to cross drill your barrels. It's two drills, not one. So it does happen though. You can fix it. You have to get you some green stuff or some milliput or something like that, and drill those. And fill in those holes and make it round again, and then drill it out. But yeah, it looks. Well, they look pretty good. So I think that's that, and my my army painter detail brush. That thing is awesome for doing eyes. Well, sorry, I don't
Oh,
do eyes. For doing
yeah.
lenses.
Do you have the insane detail? Is that the one you have?
No, sorry. No, I do not have the insane detail. I have the detail.
Oh, wait. Let me see. I could swear I have. Well, part of the most wanted paintbrush set. The one of but besides the regiment, I swear is the insane detail one. Let me tell. Let me
Is it
look.
really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, insane detail. Yeah, it's super small. That's what I'm using to paint eyes. I need the smallest brush possible.
It's really insane. I wanted this. I wanted this one right here. I wanted this mega pack right here. Well, maybe not. Uh, and then this is the insane detail right here. It's got like 4 hairs in the ferrule, right? I've got this one. I've got the detail, not the insane detail. So,
Oh yeah, it's
but I
ridiculous.
wanted to get this this whole pack right here. It's like what, $60 or something.
Mhm.
You get all those brushes. You get some dry brushes. You get the brown ones, which are a different it's a different material, the bristles, than the white ones. And then this is their Kolinsky hair sable hairbrush. So
Now, besides the fact from Bo loving to grab the gear because he does, he also, when it comes down to certain aspects of the hobby, he finds ways to, go about things as inexpensively as possible, which is very thrifty and a really good thing to do. Myself personally, though, I'm one of the guys that likes to, I like to actually buy some of the stuff and try out what other people have made already and then see if I could either if I like it enough or if I want to actually try my own thing and try something different. I don't immediately want to try something different because I just don't. I'm just not one of those. That I guess chancy with because all of a sudden if I took all that time and everything else, painting the model and everything, and here I'm going to base something and just try to make something on my own and screw it up, I'll feel like I wasted my time. So, you know,
yeah. I will.
that's
Okay, so that's where YouTube comes in as a valuable
right.
resource. It's like, how do I do X, Y, and Z? The cool thing about YouTube has a lot of issues, but how to paint, right? Hot to paint. I can't type tonight. How to paint like here we go. Space Marines. There you go. There's just tons of videos, right? And these guys take you in from basing or base coating and priming all the way up through layer. There's different, this speed painting versus what you call display painting or competition painting.
Oh yeah, battle ready or parade ready. Yeah.
Yep. Look, there's Duncan's Void Knights. See, that's a successor chapter that he came up with on his own. His Void Knights. So how to paint Void Knights. It's very cool.
Maybe if our channel gets to a point where we feel comfortable, maybe we'll have our own successor chapter on this channel. We'll see what happens.
Oh, we definitely are. We're gonna have the Ramblers.
And you know what? The Ramblers, yeah, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So and once I get my printer going, this may be my next paint project. Deathwing Knights squad, which are part of the Dark Knights. So very cool. Yeah.
Well, they also have some of the coolest chaplains because they actually have the Interrogator Chaplains, and they're crazy looking.
Oh yeah, the chaplain. I think chaplains might be my favorite character. Just because of the skull helmet. I love the skull helmet. You know what we should do?
What, an all chaplain episode? We could.
No, I don't want to do an all chaplain episode. I was thinking that we should watch Hell's Reach one night and do it Mystery Science Theater 3000 style.
All right.
Which is a 2.5 hour long fan made animation to a book. Hell's Reach was a book, right?
Wait, was it really 2.5 hours?
It's 2.5 hours total. Yeah,
I could have sworn it was only 2 hours, but maybe. All right.
Maybe that would be a 2-part. 2 hours and 29 minutes.
Wow.
Right there. Yeah. So there was an audiobook that Games Workshop released, and then this dude, Richard Boylan, did the animation. And I'm surprised it's still up on YouTube, to be quite honest with you. I have a copy downloaded, by the way. Just in case it does get whacked. We should do that one night. We should just watch that MST3K style. So.
Yeah, well, and have it up in the main screen and just still have our what's it called? Us on the side here like this. So it's still kind of like we're in the silhouette.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that, there we go. So hopefully I don't get a copyright strike from the guy who actually Games Workshop might do it. I'm not playing the audio though, so we'll see.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm just seeing how smooth it is right now. It's a little choppy.
Well, but that's the animation style. You know how it kind of bounces around. It does that.
No. I'm saying choppy is in like it's jumping.
It seems fine on my end, so I don't know. Maybe it's StreamYard. So, all right, cool. Well, I think this is. I think we're about to wrap up here. What else? Anything else?
Not really. I think that's about everything.
Okay. What are we gonna do?
There'll always be new hobby stuff that we'll talk about periodically here and there, but Yeah.
What are we gonna do next episode?
Next episode will be maybe we'll talk about I don't know. I'm trying to think other things that are part of the hobby, as well as besides from the actual physical portion of it. We could talk about
next episode is Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Next episode is the Dungeons and Dragons episode, and Bill is going to be on here with us.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so Bill, I need you to be on here with us next time we do this. Which I already talked to him about it. He said he would. We gotta nail down a date. So a couple weeks from now. So Bill is Bill is my, well, I mean, not really because he hasn't actually ran a game for me yet, but Bill's my dungeon master. And
Nice.
Bill's been playing first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons for years. And he used to work with Gary Gygax back in the day. He's got a couple of modules that he wrote under a pen name. And he's just the most knowledgeable person about it, old school OD&D or AD&D 1E that I've ever ran across. So he's teaching me how to play right now. I've got a half elf ranger that
Nice.
I picked up the minis for at the store the other day, and but I'm gonna look around and see if I can find maybe a better sculpt and just print my own. And get that guy painted up. So he's a half elf ranger. He's from the Weirdwood Forest. That's where he lives in Castle Anthrax, so the Weirdwood Forest, and his name is Steve.
Wow, nice. That's that. They actually have like a list of elven names you could choose from. It sounds.
Yeah, I know that.
I know. They're gonna be like,
like.
I will yell over. It's like, all right, what are you gonna do on your turn? It's like, all right, well, I'm gonna yell over at Steve. Hey, Steve.
Exactly. I'm a giant named Kanye. Did you see that? Did you ever see that?
No.
Key and Peele. Look, just go to Key and Peele. They did a. Let's see here. Let's see. It's
Oh, Key and Peele. Yeah.
Yeah, Key and Peele. Sorry.
Yeah.
There it is. This one right here. When hip hop and D&D collide, go watch that. Okay.
All right.
It's hilarious. I'm not going to play it, but it's it's hilarious. Go watch it.
All right, I definitely will.
All right, guys. That's it. We're going to wrap up here. We'll see you in a couple weeks, maybe. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
All right.